Hey everybody, I don't have my glasses on. Look and see if it says there if we're live or not.
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
Go ahead and hold it. Y'all, this is unplanned as usual. So we're in Belfast, Tennessee. It's not far from, it's in Marshall County. It's not far from Cornersville and Lewisburg. Just a few miles in between here. The reason I'm going live is, can you see the road? Which way is it going?
Is that the
Go forward.
turn it around?
Well, hit that button.
It's,
yeah. Like old people.
there we go. Sorry.
There we go. Let's try this again. Hopefully we have signal. And I won't be able to see comments. Heather will be able to see the comments. But so we're going to be on this road where in 2008 had a report. Y'all remember one of my shows where the guy and his wife were in a Jeep late at night, and the Bigfoot stepped out in front of them on the driver's side, and Eric Crabtree, I hope he don't mind me saying his name, he said that he was looking up his nose and saw his teeth and it flinched and all that. When Jeremiah Byron replayed my interview with him from last year, I had two people one approached me at work, and we're going to try this first. I think we're got to head back north right here. Right?
I don't think so.
Don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Or let's continue south. We got all night. So anyway, we're on the road now where that incident happened, and somebody approached me at work, didn't know I had a podcast, and stated the dogs her dog started bringing up bones out of an old shed on an adjacent property. Went into the shed on the other side of the fence and found a bunch of different bones from a bunch of different animals.
That was it back there.
What?
We should have went that way.
Why?
This goes towards Shelbyville.
This goes. It does, but it goes. Well, we need to start at the north end. So you told me in the wrong directions. Who's talking? Anybody?
A lot of people are saying, hey.
Well, you're the shotgun rider. You gotta read them to me.
Roger, where are y'all? Abby says.
We are in we're in Marshall County, Tennessee. We're basically at home. We're just riding down some roads that has been some Bigfoot sightings. 2008, and then I had people contact me a couple of weeks ago, and the same area. There's stuff going on now. Screams, strange bones. Cow was killed, and it was trying to drag it off the property and get hung up in the fence. So we're just out riding. Probably won't see anything, but just kind of giving y'all an idea of how rural it is. There are houses, but they're few and far between. Y'all, if I can't see the chat, Heather's not reading it to me, so I have no idea. Go ahead.
I mean, everybody's talking to everybody else, saying, hey. Somebody, not so perfect Bigfoot says, looks like a good road.
And well, now y'all know when you start getting reports that the people don't know each other, like the guy the third guy, he contacted me through email and was telling me about the screams and the dogs going crazy. He's a big guy. He's a guy. He looks like he's 6'4", 6'5", I think he said. But now he said it scared him. He didn't know what it was. He started looking up things like we always do. We have an experience. We start looking up stuff. So we might be going the wrong way, y'all. I got turned around, but now
Look out for the tree.
yeah. Now, to add to that, if you remember in some of my early shows, I read an email from a lady, I believe in Florida. She said she was blind. Used to live behind us here, 3 or 4 miles back now, where we turned onto this road. That's where she and her family had the experience with the hairy man that they called it, the Bigfoot tracks, 18 inches long or whatever it was, and her dad was scared, and the neighbors, kids told her about the hairy man that they would see all the time. We're not 5 miles from there right now behind us. So this area right here, I'm gonna turn right here. This area.
Was that a possum in the road?
Was that a possum? I think it was a dead skunk, y'all, or he was taking a nap. But yeah, look at the sunset over here.
Yeah.
Camera woman.
It's about gone.
So, just getting out and riding and checking everything out. Kevin lives down in here. I don't remember
Sorry
exactly
for the
which
shaky
road.
camera.
Yeah, we're cruising it. She gets on to me all the time for driving too fast on these back roads.
He does.
But yeah, what I need to do is get on a Google Earth and look at the terrain. It's flat up here, y'all. There's there's topsoil and stuff, and if you go just, like a mile or two south, that's where the ridge starts. The ridges start. But right now we're kind of in the basin. There's small little rises here, but basically this is flat. Really good bottom land, good dirt, good farming, rural, and which y'all know that not much is rural anymore because of all the building that's going on and people leaving all these other states. But I would say, come out 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning through in here, ride and stop. Not by, I don't know if anybody called the police or not. Probably would, but I've been in some. There's some back roads here, y'all, that is crazy boogery, and I didn't know they existed until I worked for Scats and I delivered people, to hospitals and stuff. I'd go some of these roads and I see you got these cornfields right here on the left. Just, they're not like
Are we tired?
Who?
Abby's asking, are we tired?
Why? Did I sound tired? But, and the answer to that is pretty much yes, Abby. I've been at the new job, I got my. But yeah, these are not like Texas cornfields, the size or whatever. Pretty big. So, plenty of food, plenty of, plenty of everything, water. So this might be an area to focus on now that I know we have people having experiences, and they just don't come out and talk to anybody about it. So I was kind of shocked.
Hi guys.
Who is it?
We got Wendell. We got Misty. Misty's doing laundry, but she's listening.
She hanging it out to dry. The old style. What's this? We got eye shine, y'all. Eye shine. It's a goat.
It's a reflector.
What is it? That's an animal. That's a big old dog.
What the?
I was just being goofy, y'all. Look at that shadow over there. Wasn't it on the side of the house? Looks like a hairy man standing over here. But
I hope this doesn't make y'all sick watching this. I'm trying to put it on the dash and
that's probably worse.
Keep it steady. No.
How's the signal? So. Signal good? We're gonna argue like old married couple.
Seems like.
I really don't know where this road comes out. I'm gonna keep turning lefts. Maybe I'll get back to where I was going.
Y'all are in the boonies.
Yeah, there's a cluster of houses right here. But I really wanted to go back to that old pig farm and see that area again, but y'all slow down.
Thank you.
But how's everybody doing?
Thanks, Misty.
I know this wasn't planned, but it's always fun to take everybody for a ride with us. And like I said, we live on the south end of the county, This is just north of us a little bit, but maybe northeast of us. And I did not know how sketchy it was.
Prospecting says you're not in NASCAR.
Huh? Am I turning left in NASCAR? Yeah. Turning left to go right, turning right to go left. That was in cars. I was trying to win the Piston Cup window. You did what? Remember that? Anyway. So, yeah, but... What? You remember it? You watched all that. Me and Heather was single. We didn't know each other, and we was going to movies by ourselves. We was probably in the same theater. Didn't know each other was in there.
She's at home.
Who?
Your mama.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Ooh, it's dark through here.
Y'all hear Honey panting in the background. She's in the back seat. But you talking about thick. There must be a pond over there. Here's the frogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick the phone up the window so everybody can hear the frogs. You're gonna hook it if you want to. Hey. For all I know, it might be a
I don't know if y'all can hear the frogs or not.
Y'all keep
Bobby
an eye
out says, "Hey, honey."
Who said that?
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. Miss Bobby, what's up? All right, Heather, you shotgun rider. Which way we go right here?
I've been watching the camera. I haven't been watching where you're going.
Let's go right. We'll make a big circle.
Love the frogs. Yes, they're really wanting rain. I think everybody needs some rain.
It's bad. Yeah.
Michael Haywood, this reminds me of the scene in Brother, where art thou?
2 weeks from everywhere, 3 weeks from everywhere.
Driving down the road after the bank robbery.
Geographical oddity. Well, ain't this place a geographical oddity?
I
2
hear
weeks.
it. Yeah.
The government's, where's it at?
Oh,
Above us?
yeah.
Yo, so this is, we're in rattlesnake country right now.
Mount Verde, Florida. I know where that's at.
Who's from there?
Bobby.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Winter Haven,
Okay.
Sanford area. That.
Yeah, I got to get her back down there. She ain't seen the ocean in a little while, so get her in a better mood. All right. Is this corn or pot?
Looks like weeds.
Yeah,
Grown
it's
up.
weed. Yep.
Weeds, not
Misty,
smoking
what kind of
weed.
weeds is that? Oh, this soybeans?
That's beans.
Okay. Booger beans. I'm gonna make me a brand of bean, call them booger beans. Nobody's buying them. I tell you kids, eat your boogers. Oh crap! These dogs, they're stealth. They come running out the road.
Oh! Get!
He didn't let me know he was coming.
It didn't bark.
The other one didn't either. Did you see it? The big one,
I didn't see the other one.
big sheepdog.
Right.
What's
Bobby.
everybody doing? Which way?
No, she's talking about where Winter Haven and Sanford is from her.
We went to Lake Placid. We drove right by it, didn't we?
I'm not sure what's going on, Misty. I can't even see where he's going because I'm trying to watch the comments.
Road may flood. We don't have to worry about that right now. Are we close to the river? I smell water.
It smells like bleach. It smells like a pool.
Pool water. There's a house right here. We got a car coming up behind us.
I'd hate to have to park that close to the road.
Looks tore up. Left or right?
I guess at this point it doesn't really matter.
Can we go right?
Yes. Oh, the frogs are getting louder.
Well, we're at over a creek here. Anybody had anything happen past couple weeks? We need to put some of them big spotlights in the grill.
Can y'all hear Roger okay?
Probably not. Dang, we got a car coming up. Ain't nobody on this road. Everybody's asleep. It's 9 o'clock. Now I'm gonna speed up. Get out of this car's way, y'all.
Thank you.
What? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I loud now? What is that? That's soccer goals? What is that?
Do you want me to watch these comments or do you want me to watch the road?
Oh, we're coming up to the main highway. I just saw a car going fast.
Flash go by.
All right,
Whew! We're close to a pig farm.
Pig farm
Whew.
or chicken farm?
Some chicken barn. Yes. Yes.
All right, we're gonna go left. And we're gonna go start in town. And come up.
Superfly has a picture of Booger, Dogman, and I'm not sure.
What the crap? Did you show that to Spencer? Or if you want to, you can send them to squatchingholler@gmail. I think I know what road we're on. Are we on Sheffield 64?
Sheffield Highway, yes.
Are we headed towards Lewisburg or Sheffield?
Lewisburg.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back into town and come back. We'll be going, I don't know, not really north, but
The smell of money.
yep.
Whew, I don't know. It's pretty
Yep.
bad. I'd hate to live near one.
So, I guess these little shows are getting people to come forward. That was kind of cool. But,
He prospecting says I'm going to his house tomorrow and look around.
oh, sweet. Take plenty of pictures. So, Heather, you want to talk about our fine dining experience last night?
Oh heavens.
Y'all, I'm not going to crap on anybody's. They're trying to open this new restaurant in a town in another county. Heather saw it on Facebook, and it was probably the number 2 worst experience ever. Number 1 was so bad.
Thank you, Bobby.
Huh? Who said what?
She said I love your channel, Roger.
Who is that?
Bobby.
We love you, Bobby. We're just, it's too hot to do anything. Me and Peyton are going to try to get out next Friday. Heather's got to work. We're both off. So we may go try to make a video. May find a place to go live. We're going to try to do a little research somewhere. We don't know where yet. But it's so daggum hot. It's kind of dangerous, actually.
Yeah, I've smelled a hog farm too. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I had a pig one time, y'all. The guy bought some pigs. He thought they were potbelly pigs and they were mixed. Well, he gave me one. He was about the size of a football, and he was half Vietnamese potbelly pig and half regular pig, I reckon. And
Honey's in the back seat still. Abby.
yeah, my dad was like, "What are you gonna do with him?" I'm gonna build him a pen out there and raise him up. And I named him Wilson because he looked like a little football. That was way before Tom Hanks named his volleyball Wilson too. But you flip it back around and show her.
There she is.
Honey,
There's
baby.
Honey. She sees all the reflections from the light. She's like, whoa.
What's going on? But y'all, my uncle had pigs before, but I never had pigs. And I messed up and put his pen on the wrong side of the house where the wind was blowing his aroma in my mom's bathroom window. And she made me get rid of him. So I gave him to a farmer. He made sausage out of him. I asked him not to tell me about it. Damn, he said it. He did. So anyway, Wilson was a good pig. He thought it was a dog. So right here, y'all, where we're at right now, we could go through there. This is Verona, Tennessee. And to the left here, if you go, it's just right over there. And in Tennessee history, we learned that when they founded the state, they were trying to figure out where the capital of Tennessee would be. So somebody had the idea, they measured, and we're in the exact center right now of Tennessee. North, south, east, and west, this is the center. And they were like, okay, well, let's make it in the center. They're in Verona, and we can build it up or whatever. Well, the thing was, when they had a list of places, of course, Nashville won out because of the Cumberland River. Here, there's just a small creek, so that was very important back then for the goods to be shipped in and everything. That's how they moved everything around, and railroad or whatever. But because the river was too far away, there's Duck River here, but the Cumberland River is bigger. So Nashville won out as capital of Tennessee. And some of y'all probably knew that. Some of you didn't know. It won't make you any money, but it's a cool trivia question. We just passed the very center of the state, and it almost was the capital. So that would have been crappy. But anyway, lots of history through here. Nathan Bedford Forrest's birth home is not, I don't know, just 3 or 4 miles from us right now. maybe a little further. Y'all know a lot of the war was fought down in here. There's a lot of little skirmishes and there's campsites everywhere. I mean,
good evening.
Back in the day, we would find arrowheads, and you could go with metal detectors and find bullets and buckles, belt buckles, and hinges and straps from bags. And I've got to see some amazing artifacts from people whose family was involved in that crazy mess. But there was a tree here that there was a big campsite I remember going to, and there's a rock. Is it Berlin? Berlin has a little park. It's just we wasn't very far from it, but Berlin has a little park, and there's a rock there that several presidential candidates and to be presidents have, talking about their stump speeches and stuff, where they use that rock to stand on. There's a little plaque there. Now, like local politicians, when they do their little get-togethers, they stand up on the rock. So
thanks, Robert.
What Robert say?
He said coming in late and seeing only 7 thumbs up.
Oh.
And 23 watching.
Yeah. Hey, we just bringing y'all along for the ride. Now we're going back into Lewisburg. I'm gonna go turn by Wendy's and go back on this road, and maybe we'll find the spot or the area.
We've got a metal detector. We haven't used it a whole lot.
So let me tell you about that story.
Oh me.
So we decided to, or I asked, like, hey, you want to get a metal detector? Because COVID was going on and couldn't really get out and go anywhere. So I was like, you get a metal detector, we can we can go hunting and get out in nature and all that stuff. And Heather seemed to think it was a good idea or whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll look online. Well, any of y'all, Wendell knows. Wendell's got metal detectors. You get online, and there's a million of them, and they're all different price points. So, we like watching Skinwalker Ranch and Josh Gates and the Curse of Oak Island and all that. So Gary Drayton, he's pretty much one of the leading experts in that field. So one morning I woke up and I'm like, man, it's getting close to Christmas now. I haven't figured out which
hey Alan,
I hadn't figured out which metal detector I wanted yet. So I followed Gary Drayton, the Bobby Dazzler guy, Top Pocket Find and all that stuff. I can't talk like that, but he made a post on Facebook like right as I got on it. So I asked him, I'm like, hey Gary, my wife and I are wanting to start doing this. What's the best bang for the buck? Well, he answered back, told me exactly what to buy, about what the price point was, and how good it was and all that stuff. And I told Heather, she didn't know I'd type that. And I was like, hey, we need to go get yada, 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 yada. Told her what kind. She's like, well, how do you know? I said, well, Gary Drayton just told me. And I showed it to her. She just shook her head like, she said, how do you do that?
We're coming into Lewisburg,
yeah,
which is the bigger town from where we live.
Heather built that bank over there. So.
No.
That's where she got her start.
That's a branch of my bank.
But
the bank I work at.
Yeah. My bank. So y'all are in Lewisburg, Tennessee.
We're just out riding. He has ideas of hitting some back roads, and then we went the wrong way, so
we're gonna start from the beginning. we gotta go back in here to get our bearings, or I get turned around.
Hey Catherine. Hey Jeff.
Hey y'all. It's just, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings if y'all get bored, because we have no idea.
I wish I had millions.
Oh man, that would be cool. Get to go boogering every day. That's what I do. If I was set up with millions of dollars, y'all be getting videos. Y'all get so tired of seeing me and hearing my country ass talking. Be blocking me.
The postal work is pretty good. I'm sure it stays busy, don't it?
Now they're working. Who does postal work?
Bobby.
Bobby? Miss Bobby? I helped out one summer here. My aunt had surgery, carpal tunnel surgery, and I got a part-time job with them. I work for my parents. I got a part-time job with the post office that summer to help out.
Thanks, Abby.
Went through all the training, and I did about 3 months, hot summertime. I had 752 mailboxes, and the prettiest mailbox. I told my dad, that's the best mailbox on my whole route is that last one. He said, why? I said, because I get to go home after I get done with that son of a gun. But it's not an easy job. There's nothing about it easy.
She works in the processing center in Orlando.
Oh, good gracious.
Abby, our drive home is only like 12 minutes.
Yeah, we're not too far from home.
Yeah, 12 minutes from home and he still gets lost. Isn't that a hoot?
Hey, who's making fun of me?
I am.
Oh, okay. So, if y'all come to Lewisburg, you turn right beside Wendy's, go up that road, and we're right in town right now. But just a few miles out, it gets rural quick. And 08, we had a Class A sighting, a really good one. The guy followed up, with the farmer that lived close by. He confirmed that he'd seen the same Bigfoot twice. And y'all see how quick we're out of the houses now. We'll see a few up here, but
Thanks, Greg.
half of my is that Greg?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey Greg, come up here and go riding around with us.
Good luck with retirement, Bobby.
Oh yeah, congratulations. I might get home and I wouldn't
You've
have
been
much to talk
taking
about.
lessons from Mark Green, prospecting says.
Who has?
Have you been taking lessons from Mark Green?
About what?
Prospecting.
Oh.
Said that.
I could sit and talk to Mark for days on end. Listen to his. Now these.
Greg said, "Wish he could."
Well, what we need to do is go riding around in the middle of the night in Bankhead. That alone would scare me.
That would be cool.
I mean, you could pull over in Bankhead. I just would want somebody with me that knew how to get out of there because there's no phone signal, so I have to carry them out with you. Now, look, y'all. We're basically that quick. We're out in the middle of nowhere, basically. So, there's a rock crusher over here, ain't it, or something? What's that?
It got to like 98. I think the heat index was maybe 107.
100 too much. It's stupid hot.
Robert says, let's see.
All right, now from
It's
here
shaking
on
so
out,
bad I can't read it. I'm sorry, y'all.
from here on out, I mean, there's no telling what you're liable to see out there because this is the area. I just don't know. We got a car coming, but they built some houses out here.
'98 in Georgia, Truth Walker.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's miserable everywhere.
No, I'm not tearing my truck up.
What was that?
Greg, if a booger steps out, stomp the skinny pedal. He's already riding the skinny pedal.
Yeah.
Believe me.
She gets on to me about that.
What do we got?
It's a fire truck, isn't it?
I don't know. Something's going on.
That's horse. That's horses. That's a horse trailer. All of them are horse trailers.
Maybe it was a rodeo of some kind.
Dadgummit, they messed up our booger. So I'm about to come up here and get an exact location during the day. I'll ask Christy what her address is, and I'll Google that because it's right there, wherever her house is.
Has anybody talked about Black Panther sightings around there? It says rumors around where I live.
Who is that?
Catherine McSwain.
Oh, they're from y'all from Ohio? I do have some stories. Had Kevin that's from here. He married a girl from up north and used to hunt up that way, and he saw one. But I'm gonna tell you what, people denied that. We saw them all the time. My mom and dad sold the part of the farm because one got on the roof, climbed up a walnut tree, there's some rabbits behind the house on the back deck, and there's other stuff that happened. She finally got tired of it and scared, the grandkids couldn't go out in the yard, so they sold that. But I saw several of them there, and in different places. Me and Peyton actually have tracked some. We kind of know where they're living at. There's some old caves. I'm going over there. I don't know whose land it is, but I've seen enough tracks and evidence that we know they're in that area. Somehow I got to be the go-to guy for that because I wrote an article for a little newspaper one time, talked to the TWRA. But I did see something one time that looked black, and it was a cat, and it was probably we got 70 pounds, long tail, big green eyes. And Bama said on his show one night that there was a such thing that was here called a jaguarundi. Now, this was a few months ago when tickled to death to put a name to what we saw. I had my best friend was with me. Now, I will say this. At 80 to 100 yards, it looked black. We got up on it in the car. It stopped and turned and looked at us. It looked like an old tomcat that had mostly black, but a little bit of gray striping, dark gray. So it did have some pattern to it, but from 80 to 100 yards away, it looked solid black. So now, I don't know. Now, this one was a female. So, I'm guessing I've seen mountain lions around 70, 80 pounds all the way up to 150, 175, whatever. Probably big monsters, males. But just you can see their muscles from I don't know, that one I saw. If y'all go down I-65,
I don't follow him. Go on the round.
That's what we just did, wasn't it?
That's the trailer's going where we just went.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you go left here. Hopefully we'll go I thought it was on the back road. We take a right, we'll go to the convenience store that the Hawk Tool girl works at. I think she quit though. Well,
he just mentioned it.
I'm not telling everybody where it's at. I think she quit. I think she's making enough money now. She's doing something else. But
y'all's mind works the same way. Greg just mentioned it.
Yeah, Greg, we're probably like a mile and a half from where the convenience store she worked at.
In the car with you. Are we back on, y'all? I hope.
Sorry about that. But
he better love having a little helper.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I understand that people like to be where there's no signal. You're obviously in a rural place, right? You know how the crazy ideas you get talking to people. If you look at the missing 411 maps and you put them over the cave maps, the cave system maps, they match up pretty close. And if you then you take the no phone coverage, and you put those over those, that's pretty much the same.
Okay, when we get up here to the road that would go back towards the drive-in, we're going to go right.
Okay.
And that goes out towards that area.
Oh, really? See? Got it. I was totally wrong. But,
so it'll be Robin Hood Road.
What's that one?
I don't know. I'm in my glasses. I can't see as good.
Greg, if you're still here, you remember when I told y'all I saw that's Gold Road right there. Is that it?
Yep.
All right, we need to go back. We'll turn around and go back. Greg, when I told you and Spencer and Misty that I saw that apparition that looked like it had dog ears, made me sick to my stomach, and it changed shapes. There that was now. I didn't tell a lot of people about that. I did say something on Woodwalker's show.
Thanks, Rex.
Because it did happen. But we're in that area now. We're close. Dang. Can't find a place to turn around because it's always dangerous. Where's it come out at?
Farmington.
I'm going to have to ask Christy if she lives on Gold Road.
Pamela asking, are you going to the Tennessee Wildman Conference? Which city do you fly into?
So, if I'm off work, which I should be, I'll say something to my boss. I got the new job. But it's on Saturday. It's August 10th. I'm going to be there. I'm planning on being there.
What road was that?
I don't know. Turn around. I'm planning on being there. It's in McMinnville. I don't know if they have an airport. Tullahoma. Do you know, Heather?
No. Not that a big plane would be in. Oh my goodness. Did you pick a crazy spot to turn around or what?
Well, Well, don't hit their mailbox.
He can't drive my big truck, y'all.
Hey. She's wanting attention.
I do not.
So,
When
Pamela, planning on being there. I went to Aniston. Went to Aniston to see what everybody was doing and how they set up. The Blondes and Booze podcast team, they weren't selling anything. They were just there talking, meeting people and stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll try to set my flag up and I'll have a few stickers, you know, and I might try to go live if I can find a good signal, and may just let it run. So Randy Harrington's putting it on. I've never met him. We're probably going to do a live in the next couple weeks to kind of advertise for him, and that's it. Is it? No. So we'll get more information out there. He just contacted me and asked me if he gave me a booth and a table, would I want to come out? And I thought, you know what, that'd be fun. And there's going to be some people that we know speaking there. I actually have a story from there. The job I was at, you know, last year, when I went in, I believe it's this one. When I went in, I'm like introducing myself, and I thought, y'all, yeah, it's right here. Y'all might hear that I'm the crazy guy. Why? I said, well, you know, because I saw a Bigfoot one time, and I've talked about it some. And, oh, you need to talk to Jimmy. It was that story and they were over at AEDC military base in Tullahoma, and that's where 35 years ago or so, him and three other witnesses were in the military. They were guarding the train tracks, and a female Bigfoot come walking up the tracks carrying a baby, and every one of them saw it. So, I mean, that was over in Tullahoma area. So that's the long answer of saying maybe yes. Was it this road? I don't even know. Heather knows more about the north end than I do. Or is this really north end? It's kind of middle.
Not really.
Kind of middle. I'm the hillbilly. She's the flatland girl. Come from Florida and then lived up on the north end. So I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on this road. But
not many houses.
Well, y'all, one of my old buddies lives on this road. The last time I was on here that I knew of, I met him years ago. He moved into a house there close to our store. And this is Forrest Gump moment, y'all. So they moved into this house, first house I ever lived in as a child, and got very few pictures because my mom, they couldn't afford flash for the old flash cameras. So every picture that she's got, I'm outside on a blanket or something, and she's standing across the yard, and I look like a little speck over there on the blanket. But he pulled out his change to buy some coffee one day, and I knew he had an accent. I didn't know, where he's from. He had guitar picks, in his hand. I'm like, oh, you play guitar? And he looked at me. He's got a real dry sense of humor. He said, hell, doesn't everybody? I said, yeah, around here especially, this close to Nashville. And he kind of laughed. But anyway, I went to his house.
Slow down.
I went to his house. It's on this road. They do horses, the jumping horses. And he has played lead guitar for, what's the name of that band? That metal band? What's the name of it?
I don't know.
Crap, y'all. The one that had, help me out, the one that had Eddie for the mascot back in the day. Iron Maiden. So he knows those guys, and I was at his house, and he had a phone, the music business people would call him and stuff. And he asked me one day, he said, you don't know what I used to do? I'm like, no. And he told me, and I said, I didn't listen to Iron Maiden. I don't know why. Really? Yeah. So I went home and I Googled all that. The next week he come in and I said, yeah, I know why I didn't ever listen to Iron Maiden. Oh, why? I said, y'all bunch of devil worshiping freaks. If I'd have brought that shit in my house, my mom would have kicked my rear end. He said, no, it was just for, like a gimmick or whatever. I said, I bet y'all didn't sell many albums here in the Bible Belt, did you? And he laughed. He said, well, actually, kind of true. But, yeah. And so there, he got out of the business back in the early 90s, settled down, had a family, and they ended up in Marshall County, Tennessee. So, but anyway, his daughter sings, his son plays the drums, and they're pretty cool people. But he's from Denmark. He invited me over one time to go help with some horses and fly over. And I had my kids. I was, I couldn't leave them, and it was gonna be a 2-week trip. He was gonna pay me, and he said just to be a fun trip. But anyway, that ain't nothing about Bigfoot. But it's just weird stuff's always happened to me. So Greg, that's why Greg and Peyton and Spencer and all of them call me Forrest Gump. But it's pretty down in here. But let me know when we get close to the pig farm. Anybody got any other questions or anything? Heather, Mike can
I like country roads at night, but mostly the day, where I can see around what's going on, what's out there.
Yeah, because you're not going to, you have to see anything cool, you want to sneak up on it. And like when that one stepped out in front of him, it was, he said it was just bang bang. Probably the way it sounded, the big guy was after some food and wasn't paying attention, or he could have been after his girlfriend. Who knows? That's the way deer do. They end up getting themselves run over. Do you know where you're at? I don't know where their farm, the horse farm's at. I'd have to be out here in the daylight to see. You know what? I could ask him if he's ever seen anything strange out here.
Superfly just got on. Yeah, there's a lot of deer.
Tons of deer. Well, there's a lot of.
Where is down here, Tree Walker?
Alabama. I think he's in Alabama. They reintroduced wild turkeys back in the 70s, and of course they flourished.
Georgia.
Oh, he's in Georgia? Sorry.
I think the Georgia deer are a little smaller, right?
Well, it depends on where you're at. The south end, probably, yeah. The north. Is this? Take it. Come to the fork in the road. Take it. Is that what you do? Which way did we come in here?
Always go to the left.
I think we come in from the other way. Y'all has got me lost. Anyway, Peyton has. They were staying in.
No, it's his key. It's the keys on the ignition.
Oh, y'all hear that?
Yes.
I know it's driving Heather crazy. Dang, that thing's sensitive, ain't it?
Did the guitarist you were talking about play for or work for Iron Maiden?
Oh, he's one of the best guitar.
He's
one of the best lead guitarists. We need to turn and go the other way. This is where I asked you, was that corner?
Well, turn around right here.
Damn.
That's a good U-turn.
So yeah, so what he did, I don't.
Where's the dog? Honey,
be quiet. I didn't go into it with him. But he's got pictures with Honey, shut up. Is it Diodario, Paul, and all those guys? I don't know him. I know, but he is an amazing guitarist. He's got a studio set up at his house. I've been there a few times, and people in the recording industry call him, and I probably shouldn't tell this. I'm not gonna tell names, but some of these amazing riffs and stuff you hear, when somebody gets stuck, they'll call him. They'll let him listen to it and ask his advice on where they should go with it next, maybe. And he makes extra money doing that, so he's really, really good. He told me a story one time about him and he was touring with Iron Maiden, and Yngwie Malmsteen, he's like this amazing guitarist, y'all know. And
he says he only knows 3 guitarists, and they're in the band currently.
Well, if you look at the history of Iron Maiden, they've had a lot played like sparingly, or went on tour maybe a half a year, or filled in for somebody. He's one of those guys that he worked on some of the early albums, but
he'll be walking if he does.
What?
Greg says you're gonna pull this trick of we're out of gas.
Yeah. Are we on the right road, Heather?
I'm telling you, do you want me to read these comments, or do you want me to watch where you're going?
Oh no, if that's eye shine up there, that's a tall son of a gun. What is that? No, that's over. Okay, never mind. It's not. Yeah, y'all, I'll do better next time. I'll get an address, and I'll know exactly where it's at. I'll contact the older gentleman too. See where he's at, because he's real close to the other one. Yeah, but I don't even know where I'm at. Kitty cat. I'm all over the place, y'all. But yeah, to get back to, I think it was Kathy that asked about the black cats. You know, it's very possible that they could be just black, but the thing I saw that time,
he was from Denmark.
Yeah, Denmark. And that's not his farm, is it? I don't think it is. That is not it.
Oh my goodness.
What?
You just jerked the steering wheel.
Yeah, I went in his house. They had, promotional photos from back in the day. And I walked down the hall, and I started laughing. He said, "Keep going." He's like, "Keep going." He had his hair, the big hair, and the tight, I don't know, yoga pants. I don't know what the colorful yoga pants and crap. It was horrible. Good times though. Early 80s, late 70s, early 80s probably. He told me some cool stories about Yngwie. I guess that's how you say his name. They had a little jealousy going on because Malmsteen was, I guess he'd been to school and learned all that stuff and was technically trained, and the other guy was a farmer, and did his own thing, had his own style, whatever. And people was talking about how good he was or whatever. I don't know, y'all. It's just, but there's a lot of people around here like that though. This Middle Tennessee. I just saw this other road up here, I reckon. We're gonna come out on the same one.
Yes. So when I told you Robin Hood, that was correct. We need to be looking for Robin Hood on the left, and it goes straight on across this main road.
Oh, well, I'm done. I done got lost too many times tonight, so I tell you what we can do. Listen, on the south end of the county, where I know where I'm at, I could take you on some roads. There's one's called the Goat Trail. It's an actual road, but you cannot pass anybody on it. And when you get on the road and there's grass growing in the middle of it. Pretty rural. Are we getting back on the same one?
Yes.
What's that up there? Is that a house?
Yes.
Alright. So y'all, we're going in circles. But how many people?
We have 19 now.
Got people laughing at me?
18 likes. That's great.
Oh man.
Why couldn't you have it 30 years ago?
What's that?
His awesome beard. They're talking about running out of gas and
Oh yeah.
playing that trick.
Playing that old trick. I never could play that trick. My dad had a gas station, so they know I was lying. I was everybody's friend. It was miserable. I had to quit being a good guy.
Oh, please. Flat tire trick, Greg said.
Yeah, I've had that happen a few times, but that wasn't planned. Too much work. So y'all, I don't know what road I'm on.
Yeah. This is Farmington, Belfast.
Oh, well now I know what road I'm on. Tell you what, we can go. Let's see. We can go. I tell you what we'll do if we've got signal.
Hey, Carl.
If we've got signal, if y'all want to ride a while, where we found the boneyard and stuff at, I can. Well, we're not too far from it. It's a pretty good little ways, but it's not. And another thing, what they were just talking about, some of these, y'all saw the post this past week about the Class A sightings in the Flintville area. We're real close to the top of that county, and I don't know if we'd have signal down in there, but you know, we could head that way a little bit. But yeah.
Wow, and you're on here at 3:38 a.m.
Who's that?
Carl SCC.
Where's he at?
Where in the UK are you?
Oh, well, UK. It don't matter. No, I didn't know he was in UK.
Oh, I thought I said that, but
No, he didn't.
I was pretty sure I said it.
Which way? Shotgun riding.
Drinking a beer and can't sleep.
This is Will.
No, it's not.
Is this not Will? You sure?
That goes back to Wendy's. Oh my goodness!
No,
I
Heather,
can
this
take
is
you.
Crossroads. It's not the. This is not close to the Speedway.
Lincoln, he says.
Who said that?
UK.
Oh, Lincoln. That's what county that we found the tracks in, and was
No,
poached.
I said you asked where.
Oh.
I said UK, but then you said I said where in UK, and you said it didn't matter. But
I'm confused.
doubtly Michael Haywood is. He's put UK, Upper Kentucky. What? I don't know. Not being 3 something in the morning.
Hey, Haywood, one of my best friends in the world lives in Bourbon County, over close to West Virginia. I think, is it Daniel Boone National Forest we have to drive through to get to his house? Olive Hill, Grayson, all that area. You know where all that's at? I swear when we was watching Justified, I thought that's the area they were talking about. I don't know where Harlan is, if it's a fake place or what. But they had good bourbon on the show, didn't they? I'm gonna back off so I can use my bright lights. I hate these animals step out in front
Yes,
of
Carl, you are from the UK, United Kingdom.
you. Not Upper Kentucky. Well, thanks for joining
Harlan
us,
is
Carl.
real, no doubt.
Harlan is real. Don't drink the apple pie moonshine, right? That's what I learned the whole show. Anybody Megs hand you the apple pie moonshine, you throw it down. But y'all, thanks for joining. I know we're not talking about a whole lot, but we just we're thought about going getting ice cream, but dadgum, our Dairy Queen, it's hit and miss. They might come out wait on you. They might be inside smoking cigarettes, watching you out at the thing. Not even, make you banana split for you.
Hazard, Kentucky, yes.
Hazard.
I lived there as a little kid.
Who did? You did?
I did.
Did you? I was learning something new.
My brother was born in Bowling Green, too.
Hazard County? I thought
Bowling Green
Georgia.
Bowling Green is Warren.
Oh, that's the Duke
thing.
boys. Never mind. Sorry.
Yes.
Now you know where we're at. Because I don't. We're going to come back into Verona. Y'all, if I didn't think I'd get arrested, I would carry you up to where the Chapel Hill light is. The railroad crossing in Chapel Hill. Oh man, we done come out on 64 again, a different spot.
Hey, just hang on a second.
What?
I'm trying to read and you're shaking me too much.
We're riding in a truck.
And your point?
What are you reading?
I'm just reading all these comments.
Read them out loud so I can hear them.
Well, Bobby says her sister now lives in Hazard. Rex said that's where he was born.
Wow.
Oh, Bowling Green. That's where
Bowling
he was born, yeah.
My grandmother lived up there for a little while. Y'all know, I was so small. I do remember this though. If any of y'all lived in Bowling Green, back in the late 70s or whatever, there was a liquor store had a pink elephant outside.
That's what he should do, but he won't let me drive.
What?
John Lamb said, let Heather drive. I get like car sick too. I'm trying to read, and so I'm feeling a little nauseous, and I'm trying to do the best I can with his driving.
She don't know where I'm going though. Apparently I don't either.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm gonna do better next time. I'm gonna get some addresses instead of just thinking I know where I was going. So if you go, we're headed towards Lewisburg again.
Yeah, I need some Dramamine or Dramamine or however they pronounce it.
I don't want no drama.
I don't want no drama either. Give me some of those little armbands that go on for my pressure points. Maybe that works on a cruise ship.
So we're in Palmetto, Tennessee. There's nothing in Palmetto. A little wide spot in the road. There's not even a store. There's not a church. It might have been hopping back
Thank
in the
you,
day.
Catherine.
What'd she say?
They keep saying, where's this going? And somebody said, let's see. Rex said, riding back roads on a Saturday night, riding around, not buying gas. Catherine said this is her Saturday night entertainment. So it doesn't really matter our destination.
Well,
Thank you.
That's right. Well, here's what I'm thinking. So we were bored. We turned the phone on to stay where we got signal, and then y'all got somewhere to chat and make fun of us and catch up with each other. Because I'd be in chat if somebody was riding around. Now, the interesting places that we need to ride around, there's no signal. What about
2 podcasts at the same time, huh?
What about Cheeks Bend? How do we get over there? I don't know if we'd have signal though. Y'all, Peyton, if y'all hadn't figured it out yet, he's quiet, but he's a dadgum goofball. And so Cheeks Bend is right on the river. It's west of here a little bit. We could be there in a little while, but I don't know if we'd have signal. We were up on this knob, and one of the things that people do, they rent canoes and kayaks up the river, and they come down. And we were up on this bluff where they couldn't see us. And I may have told this before, but we could hear these people coming out there and
We're over half a tank. That's good.
yeah, we're good.
We're all good.
I could hear them. They were talking, and we were way up above them on the bluff in the woods, and they were just quietly talking, having a big time. And it sounded like there were several of them. And I said, Peyton, you got signal? He said, I actually do. Why?
Thanks for the likes.
He said,
Hi, Phyllis.
he got on his phone and he started playing dueling banjos. Then people started paddling the crap out of them canoes trying to get out of there. He said, I hope they ain't got guns. I said, well, they can't shoot over this ledge here. But that was mean. But it was funny. It was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious.
Would that work?
What's that?
John Lamb says, Roger, you need to get a GPS tracker on your vehicle and they could track us live.
Oh, yeah. Need to check into that. Because, like, when we go out west, man, I'd love to have a way to...
Is that how you see the little car going down the road? Or
Probably, I don't know.
it's
probably.
like a little shaking vehicle, little box.
I don't want to go back on the same way back into town.
Are you?
What?
Okay. I finally looked up to the road to see where you're at.
Let's see.
Oh, he knows the guitarist's name.
Does he? Oh, me? Yeah. I'll just not. He got out of the business to raise his family. Just quit all of a sudden. If you Google one of them that quit all of a sudden back in the 90s, you probably figure out who he is. Thank you.
Ooh, honey, is he throwing you around too?
We can go.
Take a ride up
Splits
here.
off to the right up here, don't it?
Yes.
Now we won't be in too much boogery woods, but there are some places though. But you have to get off the main road. There's a dead end road. It definitely looks boogery. But I used to pick up the old lady, carry her to the doctor and stuff. And where was she from? She was from. She knew where Winter Haven and all that was. But she had moved in here from Florida, and she said she was into ghost stories and stuff like that. She said, hey, she hadn't heard anybody say anything. Her daughter son-in-law say anything about hearing anything or see anything. So, but she was all about some ghost stories. But so we were really close to Bedford County over there too, where
Lots of chicken barns.
and there's been some
Tyson.
stories come out of Bedford County. Now, I don't know if some of y'all heard me talk about the lady said her grandmother came out on the porch and saw something white drinking out of the pond, and it stooped over and she couldn't figure out what kind of animal it was, and it looked up and saw her watching, and it stood up on 2 legs and walked off, and that it was very big. That was from years ago, but you
I know. I'm kind of getting hungry too.
Where are we going, to drive-through?
They said, "Did I bring snacks?" Ooh, you're. I
What?
think you're gonna have to
You just get sick?
take up something. Oof.
What?
You might have to take over.
Well, I'll hold the thing. It ain't gonna be perfect. Y'all,
I can't see the comments.
she's getting car sick. Well, can you read them if I hold the thing like
That's
this?
the same thing.
Oh, y'all, I can't see the comments. We could listen to some radio.
I think you were supposed to have turned back there.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. My favorite thing in my life, on the weekends, we didn't have a lot of money. We would get our vehicles and ride with the windows down. You know, we did fish a lot at night. We frog gig. We wasn't really officially camping, but we ended up sleeping on a creek bank. We'd always have stuff with us to lay out, something to sleep on, have a fire going.
Are you going Beth Bureau?
I don't know where I'm going. Oh, where is that at? Well, I could tell that ghost story.
That's.
You have to cut across.
You're gonna be up on this next.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So y'all, if we got a signal, look up Beth Bureau Church in Marshall County, Tennessee. You might find some legends. You want to tell them the legend?
Go ahead.
So I have family buried in the cemetery from way back. My dad's brother that passed away just right after birth. I really didn't know his name. And me and Heather went. What road is this?
This is it.
This is Beth Bureau Road. Okay. All right. Can y'all see that? That's Beth Bureau Road right there. All right. There's a church up here. Let me make sure I'm on the road. And the legend says there's a Bible on the what do you call that thing up front? I can't think. Where the preacher stands and preaches. What's it called? Where he puts his Bible at?
It's up on the pulpit.
Oh yeah, on the pulpit, right. So there's a big Bible up there opened up. The legend has it that it's happened a few times. If you go into church at night and you're not supposed to be there, and you steal that Bible, reportedly, there have been people do it, and they wreck. And the Bibles...
And some of them did not make it.
And some died. And the Bible is mysteriously is back at the church, open to the same page. In the spot where it's been. Now that used to scare the crap out of some of the people. I know when I was scared of the ghost stories, I didn't want to hear it. But we're right here close. I'm thinking I might pull.
It'll be crossroads up here.
It'll be on the right side, yeah. But y'all can Google that and read some of that. I'm sure it's somebody put it on the internets, the interwebs. But I heard that story way before I knew where the church was at. Here's the crossroads up here. It's on the other side of the crossroads. But every little community has some kind of ghost stories or whatever. And that's what Beth Bureau is known as. Now, it could have been a story. Somebody might have broke in and stole one and stole another one. They got to costing church money, and they made up the story to keep people from doing that crap. Which, if it works, right? But here, oh crap. There's the church over there. Is that you wanna, here, get it as we go by. There's a light out over here. There's a light out back over here. There's a graveyard on the right, some of it. There's a graveyard on the left. They got red lights up. There's a cemetery on this side of the road on the left over here. The old part.
No, we're not touching the Bible.
Hell no. That must be Wendell.
No,
that
that's
Wendell?
John Lamb.
No,
he said, please
John,
leave the Bible alone.
Yeah, I ain't, I'm sure they got cameras and stuff up now. But you got, if you want to read another story, go look at Chapel Hill Light, Chapel Hill, Tennessee. I actually was fortunate enough to see that with my own eyes. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And it was on the second trip. The first time we went, we didn't see anything. But there's, if you look back through my lives I did, I went through a lot of my stories and put them down. And I think it's in the title. You'll see, I think I had a gray jacket on, and it says Chapel Hill Light and orbs and ghost stories and stuff like that. So y'all can look through there and I explain it. It's not too far from here. There's a lot of, like Spencer said, there's a lot of strangeness in a lot of different places, but there seems, I don't know, y'all. It seems to be like you can go forever and nothing happen, and all of a sudden something will scare the absolute crap out of you.
But in those areas, only the local people will know, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's not something you can really read about.
Yeah, I had a ghost hunting team came in our store years ago. This shows you how, I mean, I didn't mean anything by it. The guy, he was asking me where Mooresville Church was at, and if y'all go look at Alan Jackson's music videos, CC song, they music video in the cemetery outside and inside the church. It's a pretty place, but this was before that. And like, hey, we heard about there's a haunted church down here. And I didn't know anything about it being haunted. But yeah, I told them how to get there, and I just said, hey, you know, everybody that left our store was like, hey, all right, yep, see y'all be careful. That's my thing, right? Which way we go?
Either way.
But so then years later,
Hey, Kimberly.
years later, I ran up on that story, and the guy thought it was ominous that I told him to be careful. That's just something I say. But yeah, I thought of something else while I was saying that.
Hey, Sharon.
Sharon's from way over yonder too. If it's the same Sharon, 1 hour or 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours. Hey, Sharon. She's from across the water.
Across the pond, as they say.
All right, we were talking about the Chapel Hill Light. Crap, there's so much stuff around
So
here.
is it like 3, 4 something?
Early drinking. You drinking tea and eating biscuits or something? What was it? Oh, raccoon. Oh.
Whew.
He was getting it when almost ran over a raccoon.
They saw it.
Dog, y'all saw that?
Yes. I saw it on the camera.
I don't know what road I'm on.
So, I mean, I was born in Winter Haven, but I grew up in Sanford. So, I don't know which one Roger told you.
Yeah, it ain't no telling. I get them mixed up all the time. I'm not be. I used to say another town that didn't have nothing to do with it. What was it? Where Bobby was living at? Lakeland?
Yeah.
I'd always say Lakeland. Oh,
They're- They're all pretty close together.
y'all, we're getting close to where
Oh,
Kevin.
okay. Sorry, guys. I lost signal there for a second.
Guys and gals.
Guys I use guys for everything.
You guys,
I'm sorry.
You guys is.
Guys.
So we're getting close to where Kevin Wright had his up close. One of the closest encounters I've ever heard of or talked about to anyone.
Oh, Lake County. Okay.
You know, he gave us a really good description of the nose, and he even said the pock marks in the face, the teeth, the color and shape of the teeth. You know, it was the story where him and his brother walked up on him trying to steal a calf, and seemed like it was upset, and it huffed at him, showed its teeth, you know, but it didn't try to hurt him, you know. And he said it was huge. Here, you don't have to look at it. Here, y'all, she's fixing.
You don't need to be driving.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking at the comments. She's getting car sick, y'all. You want to get in the back of the truck?
I want to drive.
Film from the back. Why you want to drive?
Because.
We're side.
Horses and cows. I guess it's for the 4th of July, but it looks like Christmas lights.
All right, hand off the phone. This place, what?
Bossy.
What bossy? No, I'm not. They built a few houses around in here. This signal's bad out here, y'all. But like I said, every time you get to where there's a random porta potty sitting out on the road.
I might need to puke at that.
Yeah. Well, if you ain't got to puke now, you get in that thing, you got to puke. Oh, it's that big house right here. It's massive. You remember it? It had that fencing company on the side of it. Y'all, check his house out. Like a mansion, a governor's mansion or something. And it spreads out.
They must have a high light bill.
Al Gore must live here. He got his lights on. That's all one house.
Good grief.
Look at that son of a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
That's
God.
The builder. They build houses, so.
That is crazy. Out in the middle of nowhere. And here's more of it over here. Actually, this is like a little mother-in-law's house and barn, and we're getting close to the sighting spot here too. So, there's the stump, that biggest stump right. That's a stump. This right there, just on Heather's right, is where they walked up on it at. That's where it was stealing the calf back in the day. But you can see it's changed a lot. Now this bridge right here is what was in the video. This is where they were fishing at. So they're fishing here, started up this hill where the bicycle was walking, got over the rise and walked up on the Bigfoot behind us. And it walked across this big field to our left now. So what we got, we're just crossing this train tracks. It's elevated. And you can't see it now, but you got all that going on. You got the rural area. You know, back then it was really rural. And you got the train tracks where it can travel if need be, and the creek and all the fields and all this stuff. So wildlife. We may find a spot down here where I can let Heather drive. I don't know. I don't want to do it right here in these houses. And then I can look at the comments. But y'all, any minute there could be like no signal, because we are back in the middle of nowhere. Apparently the governor lives back here, but hold on. Now, if you look up, sorry, so the church in Mooresville that Alan Jackson did his video in, I know the family that owns that, All right, here, don't let's. We're gonna come out. I'm gonna back up. We're gonna come out Anna Station. There's a car coming, but there's a train track right here. See it going up over the tracks. Let's pull over. I won't lose my train of thought, y'all. I want to tell y'all this. So the family that owns it, they had some trouble with vandalism and stuff. So
There's another porta potty.
just went up over that. I guess they were trying to make a little money or whatever. Maybe somebody came to them, said, "Hey, we could do some like ghost events." Horses over there. We could, and I don't know how many they did, but I know my friend and his wife went, and they had a lot of people come from all over, and they were talking about the history of the place, and she was taking pictures inside, and she posted them on Facebook, and I'm like, who is that sitting beside that guy that looks like you can see through it, the person, and it's mostly purple, wearing like a church hat, pulling off, and she, it was like a photo dump, right? Like look, I took a bunch of here, y'all can, and maybe it was 40 pictures, whatever. I'm going through them. I'm like, what in the crap is that? And I said, hey, what is this right here? And people started, like a little old lady sitting in the pew beside this guy, and I'm like, was there somebody with them? And there's somebody got on and said, look, I'm the guy in the, like I said, the green shirt behind them, and nobody was sitting there. And it was the freakiest picture I've ever seen in my life. And it looked like it was a lady dressed to go to church, but it wasn't full color. It was like purplish, and like you could see through her. And that's back when I was still scared of stuff like that. I didn't, I think I might have blocked her for a little while, but anyway. But yeah, that happened in that church. I don't know what it was. I mean, but it was strange enough that people there didn't remember seeing it at the time. So y'all, I can't see the comments. Let me find a place to pull over up here somewhere. If I do it right here, somebody's gonna call the police or come around the curve and hit me. I know where this comes out. This I used to pick up this lady, the one that's got the food truck I told you about. Yeah, her daughter and them live up here. So we're missing all the comments. Sorry, y'all. I'm holding the phone and driving. So yeah, as we ride around, there's Spencer. Y'all see Spencer? I almost ran over Spencer. I know he's been tired. He's working outside. He's been trying to recover. Misty's been working outside. Greg's been working on HVAC. Everybody's just worn down. We could go to Chapel Hill but I don't know how to get back through the back roads right there. Culleoka is just over from Mooresville, where I grew up. Mooresville, still in the county, and that's where I talked to the chief deputy, and they had a Bigfoot sighting report, 911 call in the late 90s. I didn't know anything about it. Our store was open at the time. He said they got the first call that came in, that a bear stood up on two legs, walked out of the ditch, walked across the road. Well, the second call that come in said, y'all need to get down here. Bob went down there, took the report, and he said, well, the first call said it was a bear. He said, no, it wasn't a bear. I'm from West Virginia. I see black bears all the time. This was a dang Bigfoot. It walked right across this road and stepped across that fence right there and never touched it, whatever. And so the good thing about Bob being where he's at, he's chief deputy now. I don't know if he's going to run for sheriff eventually, but he's open to talking about this stuff. So if he runs for sheriff, I'm voting for him, because if we have anything strange happen, I know him. He lives what? I can almost throw a rock and hit his house, can't I? So, but yeah, this is a bad spot here, y'all. This is Laws Hill, Tennessee. And it's definitely don't have much signal here. So if we make it through this, they must have put a tower up. I'll pull over at the fire department down here and we'll swap places. This is 45. I'll slow down. But it's good to have people, you know, in spots like that will let you know. I was talking to him. Look, man, if you get anything strange like that, you need somebody to come look for whatever, you know, give me a call. He said, I sure will. I said, oh, heck yeah. So yeah, he don't care. How far down it is to this fire department? Do you know?
A little ways on down. You could pull over at the cemetery here.
Yeah, where's the cemetery? Right up here on the left?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pull over at the cemetery on the left side, and we'll swap places. Where's it at? Right here? There it is. Yeah. And walk around in that creepy something gun right there. Y'all, we're gonna swap places here. Hold on a second. Meet you at the back of the truck. Hey, carry this right quick. Carry that. I'll grab it from you in just a second. I'm going to get in the truck. Shut the door. What?
All right, guys, I have the phone. I have the steering wheel. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. Wondering if she had to pee.
Huh?
I guess not.
What? She'll be all right. I was kicking the tires, y'all. I wasn't doing what Heather's saying on live YouTube. All right, let's see.
Say anything.
All right, now I'm gonna get sick. Van down by the river. I wondered. I don't know. You're in charge. You're driving. You want to drive? Just try to stay where we got signal. I don't even know. I'm gonna go back and read all this stuff. Yeah, I see Catherine and Heather's like, praise the Lord. Are we there yet? Hillary. Man, this is kind of tough.
I know.
I try. Oh, so I'm all over the place. So I was talking about Mooresville, and if you Google, maybe you can find it. It may not. Culleoka, Culleoka. It used to be. They called it the cantaloupe capital of the world. They had train tracks run through this small little town, very small, and they had people would bring their cantaloupe crops. They had them grow them there. other people made money by building the boxes and the crates, and it apparently, I don't know if it's late 1800s or whatever, it was massive business. But in the 70s, we had the Mooresville store. I was born in 71, so this was about 1978 or 79 that a man talked about something stealing meat out of his smokehouse. And one night he came out with a shotgun and he caught it, and it was in the newspaper, and everybody laughed at him. But he said it was had the hooves of a horse standing on two legs and looked like the torso of a man and looked like the devil, if I remember correctly, the way it had horns and stuff. Everybody laughed at this guy. And I think years later some people come out and said, well, there were other people talking about it, but nobody went to the paper because everybody had made fun of him. So, that's the way it happens. I don't know what he saw. I don't know, I haven't heard anybody that confirmed anything or anything like that, but I do remember that story, but how people reacted to it. Now, we lived, if you go down Ostella Road, go out of Cornersville, go to, what's the crossroads down there, Heather? Delina. So in between Cornersville and Delina, my mom and dad had hard times, and he had a good job. They laid everybody off, and we were really young. I was probably 4, and they found this cheap place out in the middle of nowhere, little small 2-bedroom house, and the guy that owned it was originally from Nashville, and they down there, he'd bought property, and they lived in a area, he had a house. The story he told, I was standing there at night when he told it, that my dad was like, oh, that's a pretty house. Y'all moved out. Why'd you go back to Nashville? And he kind of paused a little bit, and he started telling the story. He said, well, one night we were on the back porch, a bunch of us, and in the swings, and just talking and chit-chatting, and y'all know how it is. The crickets are going. You're in the middle of nowhere. They had a security light on the other side of the house, and he told my dad, he said, Doug, we were sitting there talking. My son was standing at the corner of the porch, corner of the house. He said, all of a sudden, this big hairy arm come around the corner of the house, swiped at my son. People in the one swing saw it and screamed, and they all saw it. And his wife made him sell the house, so we're getting out of here. And that man told that story to my dad is why they left this county. Now, I didn't remember that for a lot of years. It was shortly before my dad died. I mean, I don't remember if we were reminiscing or whatever, and that came up. I don't remember who brought it up, but that was crazy. Is David in here? Yeehaw. Buckle up. I remember my mom blindly swatting at the back seat, trying to smack me and my sister for fighting. My mama would pull over and say, get up here. The old 68 Impala, big old thing. I'll be laying up in the back window and get down. Well, I wouldn't get down. She slammed on the brakes, and y'all know the hump or the drive shaft goes under the floor. Yeah, got me. Then my dummy, I'd get up there and let her swat on me. Heather isn't swerving as much as Roger. Yeah, and Hillary said cloven hooves. Yeah, I forgot to look through here. Southern Rock. I thought it was illegal to listen to a rock station in Tennessee. Heck no. I'll catch back up now. John said, David, it's been a wild ride so far. Roger almost ran over Spencer.
Fireworks.
Fireworks were.
Just went off in the sky over there.
That was a chicken laying on the side of the road. We in town. It was dead.
Why did he?
I got my seatbelt on.
Obviously he didn't.
Slow down. Y'all recognize this? We just came through here earlier. There's a barbecue joint. You can buy guns and barbecue next door to each other. Y'all, Petersburg, Tennessee, they had a bank down there, went out of business, and guy bought it, put a gun shop in it. And I swear they had a drive-up window at the gun shop, and they would sell stuff. They wouldn't sell guns out of it, but you know, if you pulled up wanting something, something small. Bobby rode many a mile laying on the back dash behind the back seat. I did too. That was back in the day, boy. I tell you, we'd be riding in the back of the truck.
I came up here from Florida, and about halfway up, we went to the back of the truck. We slept under a tarp.
On the way up here?
Yeah.
Y'all rode from Florida to here?
At least half of the way.
We rode from here to Birmingham Zoo in my uncle's truck in the back, down the interstate. I don't know how old I was. I was like 10 maybe. Man, if they caught you doing that now, they put everybody in jail.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? I don't know. You go. You're driving. We're looking for boogers. You gonna buy me a new truck, y'all? They cost too much. Y'all gonna get the tour of Lewisburg, Tennessee. This little thing down here used to be the frozen food lockers where we checked in our deer. We'd have to come all the way from Mooresville. And that was not that one. This one down here at the bottom. Is it still here? Or they tear it down?
I think they tore it down.
They tore it down. No, there it is. That was the frozen food locker. And that was the Kroger's. That up on the hill was the Kroger's. And I told somebody one of the best days of my young life was when the K went out, and the light in the K went out in Kroger's, and it said Rogers. I thought that was cool as everything. Burger King. They got a Burger King. There's the Washateer, Martin Motors. This place right here, I don't think nobody from Lewisburg gonna be watching this. They used to put keep fenders from rattling with baling wire. And they had this old sawdust and oil trick and stuff. Greg. It's a wonder we ain't died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah. There's the church I got my butt whipped in because my mama said I was making faces at the preacher, and there wasn't. There was a little boy up there, and he was sticking his tongue out at me, and I was sticking my tongue out at him, and I got slapped in the back of the head, almost bit my tongue off, and then got my ass whooped all the way home. And we didn't go back because she was embarrassed. Hey, I got married in that church one time. Yeah,
I learn something new every day.
there's the courthouse. I don't know. That's the third. Look, that's the current courthouse. We fixing to drive by the old courthouse. Pull up at the old courthouse, and I'll show them. Okay. You know where it's at, don't you?
I don't know where you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, so before we get to, you know where Lone Oak Cemetery turnoff is? You know where the bank is?
Building?
Yeah. So I'm gonna get out and do a little tour of the original courthouse, y'all. We still have it, and there's quite a big difference in the size. And it's in the cemetery. It's right at the entrance of the cemetery where my dad's buried.
I guess I had forgotten that was the courthouse.
Hillary, I think you're right. We all been poisoned so many times. Hell, we lived in houses with lead. They condemned schools. They would wait till we would get out of a school. They would wait till 5th grade till we got out and condemn a school. And then in 8th grade, they condemned the other school, all because of asbestos. And I sat back there to be picking on that stuff, didn't know what it was. On the radiators and shit. Stuff. Hey, they're going to get on to me. So, they ain't got it lit up. You can see it right there. Just, I think you got to go past this. Pull up. They got a place where you can park and walk right here. See that gravel lot right there? That gravel lot right there? Yes, there you go. All right. So y'all saw the courthouse. I'm going to get out and give y'all a tour of the original courthouse right quick. Cops probably pull up. I tell them I know Greg down in Alabama. They won't shoot me, baby. All right, hold on. Woo, fireworks or guns going off or something. All right, so let me make sure I don't trip over a guide wire or something. So that was I think that was the 3rd courthouse back there around the square. This is the original courthouse. There she is right there. So, it's this Revolutionary War Patriots of Tennessee, Marshall County. It gives a whole list of people, a lot of names from here. Got the walkway here. So that's how big it is. That was the original courthouse, Lewisburg, Tennessee. Marshall County, maybe, I don't know. In this room of the original Abner Houston home, the first courthouse in Marshall County met October 3rd, 1936, moved and restored by Robert Lewis, chapter DAR, October 6, 1957. Got a little stuff, little roof and the Misty, I don't know what kind of plants they got out here. We might go cure some stuff. There's so there it is. We got mortars going off in the background. It's like it started already. There's the Lone Oak Cemetery. My dad's buried over and to the left back in there, and then my grandmother and grandfather, which I never met him, he passed away in a car wreck when my dad was 11. They're back there on the back side, and Heather's got some family up. You can see those lights right there in those trees. You probably can't see the trees, but that's what it is. Right around that corner, she's got family over there. So yeah, there's the courthouse. Everybody drives by it and they don't pay attention to it like we all do, you know, so. Y'all, there's hackberry trees. Like, nope, I don't know how many of y'all got hackberry trees, but there plenty of them here. All right. Go through a cemetery and see some ghosts. Hold on, let me get my seatbelt on. Yeah, it sounds like mortars going on. All right, hold on, y'all. Don't go through the cemetery. We'll get arrested probably. All right, that more corners of the highway over there. They go this way to home. This road right here. There's Lone Oak. That's the biggest cemetery in the county. And there's a funeral home conveniently located. Whichever way you want to go. I know if we shoot straight across here, I don't know, it's pretty rural, but I don't know about the signal and stuff. But good firewood, yeah. Greg's 74, David 71. Me and David close to the same age. I was 71. Catherine, I was a midget one. Rex was born in 1960. Who's that? 57. Miss Bobby. Greg, you're awful. People from outside Columbus are different. Just going through. Hillary 71, I'm 71, and Blaylock 71. Yeah, no, I don't want to mess with the ghosts. Yeah, I know, it's like, it was different. We saw some kids riding bicycles yesterday. It was last night, wasn't it? Heather was like, oh, they don't need to be out there by themselves. I'm like, golly, they're like 12 years old.
No, they weren't. They were like 10,
Oh.
9 and 10.
They,
It's a different time for them.
yeah, I know. I told her though. I said, look, if it was like 4 or 5 of us in a group, and somebody rolled up us on tried us, we'd have tobacco sticks and case XX sharpened razors, and we could run. So yeah, the Mooresville I talked about growing up in, we had dadgum, all the phones was connected together. I'd do something, didn't think nobody knew about it. My mom would be waiting on me when I got home, standing on the porch. Knew every detail. Now, how does that happen? People always talk about this GPS and the phones listening to you. It was worse back then. Nosy neighbors. Nosy neighbors worse than damn iPhone. They know what you're doing.
How's your battery doing?
We're good. I got half battery. I can plug it up if need be. Oh, what the hell?
What the heck?
Go on, get away from them.
They're back over the line again.
Must be a drunk driver. Y'all almost got hit head on. Idiots, there's a deer. They didn't hit that deer, did they? Is that what they were doing?
I don't think it'd be standing up if they did.
Was they looking at the deer?
I don't know.
You come through here late at night, the stuff's gonna be in the middle of the road. This is a bad road anyway for nighttime. People like to drive it fast, and these curves ain't nothing to play with. You see how this one humps up and over to the left there? You'll go right through that fence right there. And they like to drive fast. Anyway, I sound like an old man. Spencer's deer. So this road here, I mean, it's a ways before we get to it, but if y'all remember, Shelby Lowe that came on, local guy that sings. His dad had something happen at the end of this road, a few miles down, back in the late 70s or whatever, that kind of attacked his car a little bit. I mean, it wasn't really attacked, but bumped his car and growled at him, and he was parking with his girlfriend, and
Ran out of gas.
he ran out of gas on Cherry Corner. Listen, Hillary, I look back at the stuff we did and don't know how we live, playing in the dirty creek, catching snapping turtles, snakes, crawdads, riding horses with no saddle or bridle, chasing the cows. Yeah, I'm fixing to grow y'all out. There was a little swimming hole on my uncle's farm. It wasn't really a swimming hole, it was just the deepest part there. And we would be in there as kids swimming, and the cows would be in there with us, and they'd be crapping, and there'd be corn floating everywhere, and we'd be just swimming like, it's a wonder we didn't die. I know that's a little too much information, but we didn't know any better. I am streaming from, we're driving down the road in Marshall County, Tennessee, JJ, if you Google my name or Bigfoot in Marshall County, Tennessee, my name or channel or some of the shows I've been on might pop up, and you can listen to some of the encounters and some of the stories. I've seriously thought about writing them down, typing them up, maybe putting them in book form one of these days. I don't know. There's so many of them in the surrounding counties, and nobody's documenting them. But Greg said built communities. Yep. And we're just riding around. This is a big hill right here. Didn't have anything better to do, and didn't really want to sit in front of the computer and just talk, Y'all gonna have to pull over so we can pee. That's what Rex said. Oh man, I love y'all. So we're getting to the peak of the hill right here, and you can't see over. Look at that. What hill is this called?
Yale Hill.
Yale Hill. On down here, if you keep going, I mean, it's a little ways, but Ebenezer Holler, and then on down, this is where Shelby has seen, him and his wife have seen UFOs and watched them for hours at a time. And Don Odom, if y'all have heard some of his stories, this down in here is where they saw some UFOs back in the late 70s. I know. Heather said I could come next Friday, but I hate to come by myself, and I want to leave her here. She's going to be up here working that 4th of July thing here in Lewisburg. So maybe me and Peyton can come Friday or something. Well, that's one thing I can say. I never had a leech on me. Because I'll probably freak out. Yeah, Robert, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, it's we're back here. My signal is spotty. We got all kind of cool little farms back in here. All right, I'm gonna tell you, there's a road over here that Peyton and his mom and sister used to live on. He's such a prank. He'll tell me the truth and everything if I ask him to. But as far as like joking around, sometimes he would try to get me. He got me good one day. There's a Mennonite church down here on the left, and you turn up here on Roberts Road. There's a Mennonite church and some houses. They lived in a little place back there behind it. And then there was a man that had a pond that used to let him fish when he was young. He was probably about 10, 12 years old, something like that. And I said, okay. I said, they got a church here. I said, a bunch of Mennonites come around. He said, yeah, they come up in their black vehicles and their trucks and vans and stuff. And he said, but them Mennonite kids are mean. I said, what do you mean they're mean? He said, yeah. He said, I come riding up there on my bicycle the other day, and one of them threw a big old chunk rock, hit me right behind the ear, knocked me off in that creek right there. And they was yelling and screaming at me, and I got my bicycle and ran it back to the house. And I'm like thinking, I'm fixing to have to have a meeting with some Mennonite families, whatever. Should I go to the church? Should I go there by some Mennonites? Hey, y'all talking about pen? They're talking. And we're still going here. If you ever go in an old house, go upstairs. You can always tell where the kids' rooms are at by looking at the screens on the windows. I said, what do you mean? He said, if they had boys, they'd be rust spot about the size of a softball, or it may be rusted plumb out. And what would happen, the boys would get up at night, open the window, and pee through the screen out on the roof, and it would rust the screens out.
That is not true.
It is true. You go look at the houses. I swear it's true. She was so old school. She had indoor plumbing, and she wouldn't even walk all the way to the bathroom at night when we stayed with her. She had a plastic 5-gallon bucket, and we'd hear her get up and peeing. There wasn't no music playing. There wasn't no air conditioner. Wasn't nothing in that house.
What happened to slop jars?
Huh? I don't know. I guess a 5-gallon bucket cheaper. Y'all awful. What did Hillary say? Fish. That's cool. My husband's niece was married in a Mennonite church. Did we see somebody get engaged at Cage Cove in one of those churches? Was that what happened that day? You remember we were up there and he wasn't an older man. He was like older than her. He was probably in his 30s, and she was about mid-20s. And they were, I think he was he was asking her to marry him or something. And I think we photobombed them. What, something just run across the road?
No, the fireworks went up in the sky.
Oh. There are somewhere, y'all. I believe she's taking us home.
It's cold.
Slow down. We can go the short way. Heather, it's a 90-degree turn, girl. What are you doing? Oh my! There's another one right here.
I know.
You finna cut across that field.
I'm going the
Crap,
short
scared
way.
me. Y'all scaring me to death. Now y'all can't be making fun of my driving.
Oh yes.
If I hadn't have said nothing, we'd have been off in the rodeo over there.
Honey's not scared.
Yeah, she wasn't drifting. It was the front end was pushing. I thought I didn't know she was gonna use the brakes there for a minute or not.
Oh Lord. I don't know, but I'm about to freeze.
Well, just drive.
It's fogging the windows up.
Catherine said, I still feel safer with her driving. You got your seatbelt on?
Yes.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking about Catherine. Greg said that wasn't a curve, that was a left turn. I come through there one time years ago. I was taking Peyton and Keely to their mom's, and I was going the other way, got past those curves, and there was 2 trucks coming, young boys in them, older trucks. Dropped them off, talked to the mom for a little bit. I come back. I mean, it wasn't 15 minutes, 20 maybe at tops. And there was holes in the fences, everything. The old man, old farmer was out there looking, had his hat off, scratching his head. And I stopped. I said, did this just happen? He said, yeah, 2 trucks just come through here and ran through this fence and come back up on the road over there, ran through that fence. And I'm like, oh, I saw them coming. They must not knew the road. Yeah, well, Robert, Heather's driving now. He said, oh, you country boys think you're NASCAR drivers. Maxwell House. Here's a pig farm right here, y'all.
That's a cow.
It's a different one. Up here, it used to be a pig farm on the left. Right up here, there was pigs everywhere. This big red barn coming up.
That must have been before my time.
Yeah, it would, probably would. That barn right there, there was, you talking about stinking pigs, they're just on another level. You can tell the difference. I heard one of them, cows, pigs, chickens, all of them smell different. Smell like money, right? Roll the windows up. No, we're almost home. You gonna go? You cutting through Cherry Corner? Or you gonna go?
Yeah.
All right. Pigs, I know. They stink. They sure taste good. No, I agree with Greg. Y'all, you know, we have people stop in that not subscribers or whatever. They're like, what in the crap are they doing? What are they talking about? Yeah, David, it's with your heels are bigger than ours, that's for sure.
Is it fogged up over there?
A little bit. There's a cemetery here. There's an old cemetery. Here's another left turn, Greg, but it's a curve, really.
No, we're going straight.
But we're going straight. We're going Cherry Corner. This right here is where Shelby's daddy was parked back in the day with the girlfriend, and the booger come out and bumped the car and growled at him, and then ran through that way. So anyway, cornfields. That corn's. They planted that late, didn't they? Now she gets down to 12 miles an hour. Or 18.
Because this is a back road. This is how you're supposed to drive on the back road.
Coosie Branch. That's Coosie Branch Road, y'all. We got some weird names. We got over in Bedford County. We got Bug Tussle. Where me and Peyton hunt down there in $300 Road. What's some weird names y'all got? Oh, you're right, Miss Bobby. It's like anywhere. We drive through some places out west, and there'll be 58 people in a town, and then it's 3/4 of a mile across. Then you're back into no man's land again. I think she's taking us home, John. I think the ride probably got about 5 more minutes. Where are we going, Heather? They're asking. Home. It's past her bedtime. Dang. Y'all, there was a farm over here to my left, right here. There was 86 acres back in, let me get the time right. Back in about 2016 or 17, there was 86 acres. And when our store shut down, I tried real estate for a little while, and it ended up I was paying to have a job, and I hung in there a year, and I didn't make much money at all, so it actually cost me money. But I remember this farm was 86 acres, and this guy was looking at it, and it was like $50,000, if I remember right. Maybe it was 50 acres for 80,000. Maybe I have it backwards. But whatever, I was trying to get him to buy it, and he wouldn't buy it. He didn't buy it. And there's no telling. That 50 acres right now would probably be listed for 500,000, wouldn't it? Stupid, or maybe more. Wow. Hillary says she used to sleepwalk. Mama pinned bells to her gown. I guess so they could hear she wouldn't go to the river and drown. John says if you see a hitchhiker in a white dress, don't stop. No. Did y'all hear the story about LBL, the woman in white walking up and down the road? I didn't see it, but I'm glad I didn't know about it while we were there. So we live at the edge of town in Courthouse. It's not big at all. Houses, I mean, it's more than it was, but there's still a lot of woods. There's a lot of cover here. And I hadn't heard anything. I hadn't heard any reports this close. But, you know, as the crow flies, there's not many miles to the nearest reports. I watch the Travel Channel. It looks familiar. I see deer laying down. Look, there's deer over here laying down, standing up. They're everywhere. There are cornfields just over this hill. They're what, 50, 60, 70 acres probably. They stay. We've seen some trophy bucks like real close to the house, but I can't shoot them in my neighborhood. Children of the corn. So now we're going to go start down the hill to get back on close to our road. Oh, and then if we get on the other side of the highway over there, you talking about some, we'll do that one night, one evening. May do it, I don't know how the signal is over there either, but it's where all the rich people, the fox hunters live, and got all that TV and country music money and doctors and lawyers and whatever and such. Don't mamas don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
What was that?
I don't know. Just stay on the road. What was it? Across the road, or is it?
No,
you say I shine?
White up in the sky.
Oh. What is that?
No, it just like went.
I still see something. Is that a light up there? See that?
Yeah.
What is that? Don't run off the road.
I'm watching the
What
road.
the crap is that? Is that a pole? Is it? I don't know what that was. Did you see a UFO, Heather?
I don't know.
Because that's where Shelby and them said they were looking. They go straight up?
Yes. I don't like that they rechipped this. All that stuff's flinging
it'll be all right. There's a Cornersville city limit, y'all.
See, speed limit 15. Look what I'm doing.
14? Oh. You gonna give them a tour of the town? Yeah, go down Main Street. Give y'all a tour of the big town of Cornersville. So, I don't know the guy's name, but talking about guitar players, the lead guitarist of the Black Crowes, him and his wife were coming down the interstate one time, about, I don't know, 20 years ago, and they saw Cornersville, and they're like, oh, that sounds like a cute town. They're going to see what what Cornersville was all about. Here's this underpass here that I hate. Nobody knows how to use. You're supposed, you stop first. Heather, you got to go. Now you done waited. You didn't tell, but you stopped first. They're going by the rules.
There before me.
Okay, whatever. See, nobody knows how to use it. Even
lovely.
Heather. So they they got off the interstate, which is that way 5 miles, where the Tennessee truck stop. And all that. Hey, you want to go to the truck stop and show them what the truck stop looks like, dude? Go down here and go to the park and then turn around. Let's go to the truck stop and we'll show them the truck stop. It looks like something out of Pigeon Forge, y'all. But anyway, so
Here's the high school.
here's the high school. So the lead guitarist, the Black Crows, and his wife bought one of these houses right here. They saw it, thought the town was cute, bought the house. They lived here for what, 5 years maybe? And he'd be out on his porch playing his guitar, and everybody left him alone. But these are the old.
That was it.
That was it right there? Okay, so he'd be out there playing his guitar, and nobody would mess with him. Look at some old houses. Hold on. They built some new houses over here. The old garage, old garage. There's a new house. And then some of your older ones in the middle of town. Look, get Heather to slow down. There's her bank right up there where she works. These old houses here. There's where she works. Space is so limited down here. We got a Mexican and Chinese restaurant in the same building, and I mean the same kitchen. Pizza place is right there, and it burned down. There's some more houses down through there. We're gonna go. Here's the little park, the town park for the kids and whatever. I think there's a rule there has to be a church every 300 yards. There's one. There's a little street. It's a sleepy little town, but it's neat. Yeah, another Forrest Gump moment. Yeah, I didn't know him. I didn't meet him, so it wasn't mine. Hold on. Bobby, like, don't stop. I guess we got our UFO sighting. Well, Heather saw it. Yeah, people sitting outside. It feels good. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's
76.
you can breathe. Oh, is it 76? So we're gonna go down. We're gonna take a right and go to the Tennessee truck stop. And how many years ago did it burn down?
Just a few years ago.
Yeah, I was working for the lottery then, and it was so I live right here in Cornersville. But I had a huge territory. I had the second biggest territory in the lottery, or the second biggest route. And I'm going down to the interstate so I can go down to Lincoln County. Well, the truck stop down here and all these stores 5 miles from my house weren't my stores. And I just happened to go that way that morning, and the truck stop had burned down. And I had to stop and take pictures and send it back to tell the rep and everybody where they could get down and handle their business. But so y'all, I hope nobody's watching. There's our fire department. They've gotten a whole lot better. I'm gonna give everybody credit. They're great guys and everything. But back in the day, before that one was built, the original one was there, and the response time was so bad with the Cornersville Fire Department that the fire department burned. Now you tell me how that happened. Pyro, tell me how that happened. Well, Hillary says, no, I know, no, well, they always call me that. She said, I get called that too. Miley Cyrus is my cousin, and Patsy Cline was a cousin of my husband. My dad's old girlfriend lived beside Billy Ray and all them, and she had pictures of them coming around Christmas time. He would give all the neighbors gifts and stuff. There was Thompson Station up in there. Now, Hillary, where you from? And no, I don't know Molly. Our fire department's famous for saving the foundations. Okay. That's cool though. West Virginia. So, y'all can see the McDonald's and truck stop lights. That's 5 miles. It'll take us a while to get there. So here's another church. On the right. Heather, you driving in the middle of the road. Why are you driving in the middle of the road? It's on film. Y'all got seatbelts on? Our fire department has never lost a chimney or a well. Oh man. Lefty Frizzell? Blaylet? David? I want to call you Blaylet. It got to be a habit. Is Dave Frizzell Lefty Frizzell? Anybody kin to Mo Bandy?
Lefty and David are two different people.
Lefty and David are two different people?
Pretty sure.
I know, Greg. He said stay on your side of the road. No, he didn't say that. So now we're driving through all this land to the right and left is Heather's ex's family. They're probably got 2,000 acres. And all these lights over here and these grain bins and all that. But no, so this truck stop, and I know other people have Buc-ee's and they have all this stuff. We just didn't think we'd ever have anything like this in Cornersville. Apparently he had good insurance. But it's Tennessee and travel stop. If y'all ever drive through I-65 north and south coming through here, exit 22, y'all not far from us. Our store was on exit 32. We had it for 28 years. Probably some of y'all might have stopped in down there. We were Shell early on in the early 80s, and then we ended up being an Exxon there for a bunch of years. We got good signal. That's one good thing. Good night, Miss Smith. Pain meds kicking in. That's a good sleep right there. Can we go to Grandma's house now? We could, but there's no signal. Greg, you butthole. He said my claim to fame is I know Roger Williams, the Forrest Gump of Tennessee. Oh man, my grandpa was June Carter's cash second cousin. Oh, look here, y'all. So there's part of it over there, actually. Look, if you got a Tesla, all them red lights right there, you can charge up your Tesla. Ain't nobody charging nothing. Now look at this. It's a freaking truck stop. Or a travel stop. You're gonna pull up in front. There's the restaurant, and then upstairs bar. That's where we were at that night. There's the Tennessee and travel stop. You got all the gas pumps here, which but upstairs you got outdoor seating and they light a fire for you. And out back you can play cornhole, and they got all kind of stuff going on. I mean, it's just, for us, it's really unbelievable actually. You got Kidsville, you can come let your kids play, and I guess they watch them for you, don't they? It's like a daycare or something. And you got the Con Lodge, you can go over and meet up with your girlfriend, so wife and husbands don't. I believe that's what people used to use that crap for. There's a McDonald's.
That's the Kidsville now.
Their ice cream machine don't work. There's the Kidsville. They built that like last week. But that's for the kids to have something to do. owns all this. Anyway. No, I don't. I don't, Greg. Robert. Yeah. He's a Tesla. My uncle's nephew was my sister's brother. Wait, what? Y'all listen to Ray Stevens' song, I Am My Own Grandpa. If you see Ray Stevens, tell him I said kiss mama, you know what? Hillary said be quiet. Don't want to wake her husband up. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm gonna fix and get off here. It's 11:11. We have been on for an hour and 49 minutes. Greg, y'all having a show tomorrow? Still daylight there, David? Dang. I appreciate y'all coming along. I mean, I told somebody at work, I was like, man, you step outside and you spend $100. I said, it's bad that gas is $3, $3.20, wherever you're from, over $3 a gallon or more, and that's the cheapest thing to do is ride around. Well, gas that high, if we probably use $10, $12 worth of gas. I don't know, but it's still cheaper than going to the store and getting a snack. We're cheap dates. Yeah. Yep. Now, dang, bright light son of a gun. I guess as long as they stay on their side of the road. That's a Jeep, wasn't it?
It has no lights on the back.
All the lights on front, none on the back. I know. Honey's probably like, y'all, I gotta pee. I gotta go get on my couch. She's done good. She's back here just riding along, listening to my dummy.
She whined a little bit when you got out of the courthouse.
Oh, did she? Well, we're coming back into Corn Town here. I'm fixing to get off here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get home. Give Honey a coffee can so she can pee in it. David, you're awful. This neighborhood right here is known as the Talladega. That's Talladega Drive or something, and every street is named after a race, ain't it? Or a racetrack, or yeah. It's crazy. All right, and there's another piece of advice. If you ever come through Cornersville, Tennessee, and the speed limit says 30, do 27. Don't do 31. Because they will get that money. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Appreciate y'all hanging out. It was fun. Now I got to figure out how to... and there's all kind of stuff I need to test out over here on the side. But I don't want to do it right now. All right. Talk to y'all later. Let's see if we can shut her down. Bye-bye.